Hello everybody, welcome to Haneda Airport Terminal 1. I don't often get here, but today I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you JAL's side of Haneda Airport. Terminal 2 is mostly dedicated to ANA, which is All Nippon Airlines, one of the two national carriers of Japan. This one is the other one, and we got an amazing view here. Check this out. If you look right over the tail, you can see Mount Fuji. We're gonna have an amazing view of Mount Fuji from the air today, as the sun just came up about an hour ago, or less. It's just coming up right now. There you go. Look at that. This is from Haneda Airport. It's such a clear sky today. It's gonna be an incredible flight. I'm heading to Kochi, which is a 90-minute flight. Wow. That's how you start a live stream. Now, I'm not a big fan of JAL. I don't know, over the years, their pilots have been sort of dodgy. And I just don't think JAL has such an identity despite being called Japan Airlines. I mean, Blue Sky is the name of their shop, and it's a red sign. It just never made sense to me, JAL. And I noticed Terminal 1 is just so much more chaotic than Terminal 2. I think maybe because JAL has been bankrupted in the past, and they don't. I don't know the reasons exactly, but it's just a different experience. Both of them are really good airlines, but I always thought that ANA was just a little bit ahead. Now I'm heading to gate number 5B for my flight to Kochi, and we'll stop along the way. Maybe we'll see something interesting. I'm not sure. Wow. Here you can see some of the flights taking off. There's an ANA, a JAL flight going where? I don't know. But it is such a beautiful sight to see in airport. I don't know why. I just love it being here. And again, there's Mount Fuji right over the gate. It's just so cool to see that, isn't it? How you doing, everybody? Good morning. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to make my way to the gate here, but you can see this is such a beautiful scene. I love flying, and the Shinkansen is really nice too. But there's just something special about flying. All right, let's make our way to the gate. That's so cool. All right, let's go to the gate here. Check this out, there's a playground here as well. Something of notice. All right, we're gonna keep walking. It's called the Power Lounge. This is a really different experience than Terminal 2. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's not as good. I don't know. Every country has, their national carrier. Japan has too, and America has several carriers that are major. I don't think the United States has a national carrier, do they? But I think you have allegiances. You either, you're United, you're American Airlines, you're Delta, you're Continental, if they're still here. For me, I just have a lot of miles on ANA, so. But this is a job where I'm working with the prefecture. I think it's the prefecture of Kochi, but I wanted to go down there and introduce Ninnin, and the flight was booked through them, so that's all good. So a robot is going to be welcoming me upon oh look, cheesecake. Looks like Pac-Man. An apple cheesecake. What? Actually, there's some unigiri. I might get a water here. They usually have bento for airplanes because you don't usually eat on the flight. They don't serve you food. These are roast katsu sandwiches, breaded pork cutlet sandwiches. They're quite popular. I'm not actually that hungry, but this looks really interesting. This is like a combination of a tempura and roast katsu sandwich. Not sure. This one looks like it's the best. This is a sandwich of an egg sandwich with chicken katsu. I think I'll get that. Just something to nibble on in case I get hungry up there. Right now, no one is sitting next to me on the plane, so that's kind of a good thing. Empty seat. Wow, this looks really good too. Man, Japan does confections like no other. I was telling you a little bit about omiyage and gifts that you need to buy. I'm not bringing anything with me to Kochi. It's such a short trip. Hey, Craig Kawaguchi's in the house. Thank you, Craig. Guys, I'll be, hold on a second. Here you go. I'll be in Kochi in an hour and a half. I'm gonna be doing a live stream around 11:30 at a little town called Ino. One second, I think I can talk to you a little bit over here. At a little town called Ino. And Ino is very, very famous for paper, washi paper. There's a washi paper museum. I believe it's closed, I'm not sure exactly. But it's a really, really beautiful little town. And this is one of the purposes of this channel is to take you with me on trips and show you things that aren't, you know, that are off of the beaten path on a more regular basis, which I can do with these live streams, which is really exciting. And I'm about to go, you know, to do a live stream here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be introducing the robot or not, but it's a little accessory robot, I'm not sure. It's a robot that you attach to your shoulder that also can translate for you. And it's good for people that have issues with their vision or with their hearing, because the robot has sensors that can see and hear, and it translates also in Japanese. So if you're walking into a shop, someone says Japanese, it'll translate into English for you. I'm really curious about this because I think that'd be something great for travelers, not just people that have vision impairments, but let's see what this thing has to offer, because I'm so interested in how Japan uses robots as a solution, whereas the rest of the world thinks robots are scary and gonna take over the world, Skynet and all that. That's the opposite here in Japan. They see robots as the solution for a lot of the weaknesses that we have here in society. All right, we're almost there. It's called Nin Nin, if you want to Google it. N-I-N-N-I-N. It's the same with a robot. And I wanted to do this last year, but I didn't get a chance to. Now I can do it this year. You can see the World Cup is not really on the forefront anymore in Japan, but I don't know. Is anyone watching the World Cup? It hasn't. Maybe it's because. Maybe it's because of the political stuff going around it, I'm not sure, but it's not really as watched as in the past. Now, Terminal 1 is available through the monorail. Of course, buses, hotel buses. It's really easy to get to Haneda Airport, much easier than Narita in many ways. Wow, this airport, look at all this space here. I'm just gonna pan around this direction. Oh, look at this vending machine. Let's see what they got. Sometimes you can just pick up a sandwich from these vending machines and it's pretty good. This one's, oh, it's got the egg salad sandwich with the ham and potato salad mix. That's a go-to here in Japan. Donuts. Oh, this is from Family Mart. Oh, that cinnamon roll looks like that could really do some damage. I'm kind of hungry. I wasn't that hungry. It's amazing. This is a couple of minutes ago. I wasn't hungry. I started looking at food and I started getting hungry. Well, they even have Japanese Pringles here. Again, you can use your IC card, which is a Suica, Ikoka. That's from Osaka. The different regions have their own cards here, but when you do arrive in Japan, get one of those because they're just so useful, not just for public transportation, but if you go into the convenience store and you just want to get a drink or something, you just touch it. See, and they have it here on these vending machines. It just makes it easier to get it. And it's a little bit cheaper too. I should have gotten the water here. All right, let's just take a quick look to see if they have anything else of interest before I go and board my flight here. Hey, Josh. Oh, Josh has to get the cinnamon roll. I'm gonna have to go back. Josh, that's evil. I love it. My flight's at 7:35, so I have a little bit of time left. Oh, there's more Kukoben. Interesting. I guess it's like in New York, they have something called the Hudson, which is like a tourist shop. You can get mugs from Tokyo. But this is the domestic terminal, so you don't have a lot of souvenir stuff. Not as many. So there are wireless charging ports here, but there's no wireless charging, I guess. There's no coffee shops here. That's interesting. There's another Fly Red or Fly Blue with a red sign. They can't use blue because that's ANA's color. It'd be confusing. But they can't say Red Sky. They have to, you can't, so blue's a better color for airlines, I think, but they can't say it's a red sky, I guess, because it's... Oh, here's the sun coming up. Beautiful. Yeah, guys, so if you're interested, try to make some time for around between 11 and 12 Japan Standard Time, and I'm gonna set up the live stream as soon as I arrive in Kochi, talk with the people and see when the best time is to do that. But I think like 11 to 12 is gonna be the time we do this live stream. I wanna make sure we have a strategy as well, and I wanna understand the walking path that we're gonna do, and then I'll schedule the stream because I'm not sure exactly what time, but it's gonna be somewhere between 11 and 12 today. In high definition. Here's the gate. There's my gate to Kochi. Wow. It's boarding really soon, so. I guess they're boarding now. Do you see that? Got the bows. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in a few hours, yeah. If you have any questions, you can ask me right now. I'll give it a minute, because we have some time. Let's go see if we can still see Mount Fuji over here. If you have some questions, write it in the chat right now. And this is the time where you can write in, where are you from? And I also want to show you before we leave, what does it look like on the other side of the terminal? I went through security. Let me talk a little bit about that experience. It wasn't that great. Security was also pretty chaotic. And here's what it looks like. Here we go, I can do this really quickly. So this is the other side of the terminal here. There are these computer monitors where you can use QR codes to check in. And then these are the luggage terminals where you will hand in your luggage. You can see the one guy just put it on the belt. I guess you scan your QR code on the screen on the left side there. You put it on that belt and it'll take it away. A&E's got these little capsule pods that look like space, but this is, I guess, more standard. But it's kind of cool with the domestic luggage check-in. You do it with these terminals here. That's pretty cool. So this one here, let me bring this up to the forefront. Here's the check-in terminal, and you can see there's not a lot of people. They move pretty quickly, but they have different machines, more like the US type of machines compared to the ones that they have in other places, in the other terminals. So I thought it's a little bit more chaotic, and it took a lot more time. Hey, Bradshaw Studio, thanks. You're not allowed to film in front of the machines and all of that, but you can do it from inside the terminal from a distance there. I think that Terminal 1 is a little bit more chaotic than Terminal 2. Am I just because I'm somewhat impartial to ANA than to JAL? We say ANA in Japan for ANA. So maybe, but yeah, every now and then it's nice to fly JAL. I do have a mileage card that doesn't have a lot of miles on it. I got to use that, but it should be a good flight, and I'll tell you all about it when I get to the other side. But if you have any questions, by all means, let me know. Is it worth getting a tour guide to visiting Japan? It depends. A tour guide can really bring out your trip by giving you information and snippets of history and local knowledge. It does make a huge difference. I've done a couple of these magical tours. I don't even know if they're still in business, in Hiroshima and in Kyoto. And having a guide show you some of the significance of the buildings as you walk by, and then take you into restaurants that they know and can introduce new food that you've never tried before, that in itself really has a lot of value. But I'm not a tour guide type of person, but sometimes having a guide really does help. It's just on a case-by-case basis, and if you have the money and if you feel interested in it. Some people just want to walk around and get lost like I do. So it's a good question. But there's a lot of companies that are doing that, guiding here. Nice question. All right, everybody, I'm off. They're calling me over there. The Diamond class. See ya.